Hello YouTube people. Well, this video is going to be a mix of unseen footage and some footage that deserves a revisit, only because either it was funny or some other thing. I just think it's cool to mention those things again. But anyway, we've been to quite a few places that never made it to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to start with the first one. We're going to start with the Battery at Cape May County, New Jersey shore. It's also known as Battery 223, but the main reason why this video or clips didn't make it to my YouTube channel is because I did not have a wind mic and it was really windy. But the footage came out really good. I was actually working on plugging it on my YouTube channel, but I just didn't feel good about it. So we're gonna put it in this video, and here are the clips. All right.
Oh, this is nice to see.
There's grass in there.
Is there?
There's grass in there.
See the
Also,
back.
see a dead end.
There are kids.
The second clip we're gonna plug in is the Colonial Springs. Okay, that's better. The Colonial Springs bottling plant, and I do believe I have a video on this one, but it's older, and me and Bob revisited sometime after. The big difference is between the first time we visited, the kids were kind of young, and the second time when me and Bob just visited, is the ruin had a wall in the middle when we first visited, and the second time when we revisited, the wall was no longer there. So I like to plug in the revisit and maybe even put the picture of before and after in there so you can see the difference. But that'll be the second one. Wonder how wet it's going to be in there. Oh, doesn't look so bad. Ah, that wall crumbled more. Hello, old friend. Last time we were here, the kids were pretty young. The third one, this has never made it to my YouTube channel, and it's an older explorer. Our friend Dave was with us, and we were exploring the Fry's Mills ruins in New Jersey, and we were exploring the bigger ruins with all the sand all over the place. And I was walking on the one ruin. It was just me. My friend Dave was behind me. Bob was lagging behind as usual. And as I was walking along this ruin, I heard hissing in the background, but it didn't click right away, like what was going on. And then something in my brain said, hey, there's hissing, you gotta look around. So I finally looked around and saw this, it must have been a 4-foot black rat snake. and it was huge. The reason why this never made it into my YouTube channel is because of all the cursing that happened afterwards, which I'm gonna have to bleep out. But you can get the gist, so I'm gonna roll that clip now.
Oh, look at that. Stairs. And graffiti.
Oh, there's the shit. You'll probably too much pussies go deeper into the thing.
Yo, snake! Black! Out!
Why?
Black snake! Big black mother snake!
You have Capone on you, Bob.
In a corner over there. The next one I'm going to plug in is we were exploring Devil's Hole again with our friend Dave, and we got to the portion that you have to realize that hiking to the ruins in Devil's Hole, you have to cross the same stream multiple times because you're literally hiking in a valley. So we got to the point where we're crossing the stream once again, but it had this huge log, and Bob used the pole to cross the stream. Didn't realize that he needed to hand the pole over to our friend Dave and kind of just threw up behind him. But let's plug in that clip.
Hold on, Alex. Ready?
Dave, hold on. There's a stick to you. Hold on. I got this.
The next one is this was last year's Explorer. It's a very small ruin, or what's left of what people call Al Capone's place. And there's a local legend indicating that Al Capone had actually lived in his house or used this house at one point. And but when we explored it, there's really not a lot left. So I couldn't get enough content to plug in to make a complete video for that. So let's roll that clip. Alright, so we are in a Jersey area near Thames River, Bayville to be exact, and we are going to find the Spanish Mansion ruins. Apparently, these ruins was a house where Al Capone stayed. He used it as one of his hideouts. It was remote. And local historians denounced that was ever true. And there actually goes more on the inside. Local historians denounce it was ever true, and but the locals insist that Al Capone used this as a hideout. The next one, I believe I did have a video for this, but I'm just going to plug in the highlights for this one. Watkins Glen is a park in New York, and it has this valley where there's waterfalls, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It just felt like we were in a different country. It didn't feel like we were in the middle of New York at this park. It's absolutely gorgeous, and if you ever get a chance to stop at Watkins Glen, I highly suggest it. There is an admission fee, so just keep that in mind, but it's not a lot of money. It's totally, totally worth it. Yeah.
That's why it was so good. Okay.
The next one is Estelle Manor. Estelle Manor is a park in Atlantic County, New Jersey, and it's loaded with ruins. It has a lot of ruins from the glassworks era, and it has a lot of ruins from, I believe it was a munition producing site during World War II, I want to say. But there's a lot of foundations left. There's a lot of ruins left. There's even what they called a power plant, and but all that is left of the power plant is just a skeleton, a concrete skeleton of that. But it's still cool to see. It's unique. So if you ever want to see ruins and you're in New Jersey, I highly suggest Estelle Manor Park. The reason why this didn't make it to my YouTube channel is because the footage was really shaky, so I'm only going to plug in a couple clips of that. At one point, me and Bob did revisit. We did bring our dog Fritz, but Fritz really isn't... I know I'm going to catch some slack for this, but he's not really well behaved to bring to parks. And the reason being is because when we adopted Fritz, we adopted him from a shelter, and he was 2 years old. He came with some issues. I mean, he's great with kids and everything, but there was a lot of issues we had to work with him with, and we got through those issues. And the issues that he still had, which was like walking in parks and stuff like that, they really never went away. And he has, I wouldn't say he has a high prey drive, because I have 3 cats and he's fine with the cats. But if a person were to ride a bicycle by him, it's like no matter what method we tried, it wouldn't work with him. But he's a great dog now. He's 7, so we've had him for 5 years. But anyway, we're gonna roll the clips for Estelle Manor. So this was the reservoir?
Is the front of the... Oh, no, there it goes. Now walk this way.
Very flimsy vine. Ooh.
Batstow Village is a preserve village in New Jersey, and I don't know why this one never made it to my YouTube channel, but we're gonna plug in a couple clips for them. It's really cool. I mean, Allie really has a thing for preserve stuff. She loved Hopewell Furnace, and I don't know. It's weird. And Kinzu Bridge, but her preference is more the preserve stuff, to where like my preference is more like the in the woods you have to hike to get stuff. So we're gonna roll that clip.
Are we allowed in?
I don't think so. I was screened off. Oh, it's glass, not screen.
Whoa.
Better.
Look at that porch.
Can we go inside? Oh, we can go inside. Oh,
No, I think we can look in now.
Go just take a peek in.
We get to the next clips. I just want to mention the reason for the towel. I just want to give the house, I'm in my driveway, I just want to give the house behind me some privacy. That's why the towel is up. So, the next one. Okay, yeah. So the next one, when we went to visit, when me and Bob went to visit the bottling plant the second time, on our way back, the weeds were less, so it was easier to see other things we missed before. And as we were walking back, I noticed off to my left that there was a slightly worn path near the river. So I took that just because, you know, I was curious mainly, and found this really cool bridge tunnel that it seemed old. I don't have a lot of information on it, but it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. And the reason why this one didn't make it is because, again, not enough for a full video. I try to gauge my videos anywhere I try to make my videos like 15 minutes to 45 minutes long. I'm lucky if I can get it 45 minutes long, but I don't like the really short videos. I try to make them longer. There's reasons behind it, but anyway, so we're gonna plug in that clip. Yeah, I have a list I'm going off of. So as I was trying to think of the ROF mix, and ROF is Random Outdoor Fun, as I was trying to think of the content to put in here, I was writing it down. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta add that. Oh yeah, we gotta add that. And yeah, so that's why I have a list. So the next one, and it's, they say there's no trespassing signs, but honestly, I did not see any no trespassing signs. And this one was the Delaware River Viaduct. It's a really cool abandoned viaduct, and I went from the PA side. And while Bob waited behind in a car, I went up to the Delaware River Viaduct portion, and some locals call it Alice because it's like an Alice in Wonderland thing. But they have these manholes where you can go down into the viaduct itself, and that was really shady. They have these iron prongs for a ladder, and me being a big girl by myself, and just felt really uncomfortable with the notion of going down there and possibly getting stuck. I don't know, but anyway, it was really shady, the manhole portion, but I stayed on top. I was happy with exploring the top, and yeah, so we're gonna plug in some footage for that. Monocacy Hill. The first time we visited Monocacy Hill, I was having camera issues. So the footage I got from Monocacy Hill was from my phone. I didn't really knew how to use my phone properly for video back then, but anyway, so I have some footage of the ruins of my phone. And the second time we visited, I'm not sure if I have the videos for it, but I did grab some pictures, and that was cool. So we're gonna plug in the video clips for that. Today we're exploring Monocacy Hill ruins, and I didn't know there were actually more ruins back here, but came across this one while trying to find the one I had initially seen on Google Images. It's actually pretty cool. So we found the second ruin.
The ruin.
Yes. And from what I read online, this used to be some sort of rock crusher. Again, and we're in Monocacy Hill. Alright, so the next one is Hawk Mountain. Hawk Mountain is a sanctuary, and it has these really cool trails. Now, the only thing about Hawk Mountain is that there is an admission fee. You do have to pay. Again, didn't have enough content, only because with this one, I went with a hiking group. It was me, Bob, and Danny. Allie had no interest in going. We hiked down, oh, I forgot the trail names. We hiked down to the boulder field. I forgot that trail name. And then we hiked up Golden Eagle Trail to Skyline Trail. And when you're hiking along Skyline Trail, you're literally hiking the skyline of the mountain. And it has all these massive boulders that you have to climb up and climb over. And it's not exactly rock scrambling when these boulders are the size of a car. But it was a great adventure, and I would actually recommend that to anyone. And so I do believe I have some clips of that, but if I don't, I'll just plug in a couple of photos.
But like if you're in the middle, thanks a lot. Yeah, like if you're not, it's not like
Yeah, I guess, yes.
So the next one, Indian Echo Caverns. I don't know why I didn't do a video on this one, but I do have a lot of video footage, but I'm just going to plug in the highlights of that one. Indian Echo Caverns is actually a place that I used to go to when I was a young teenager. There was a campsite in Charlottesville that we camped at every year, and Indian Echo Caverns was like a yearly, oh, we have to go type thing. And this time when we went, actually Danny wanted to go there as a part of his birthday present. So we went there, and here's the clips for that.
Like if you guys look up here, it says in Lebanon by Roush's Pretzels. Now, just in case you're not from around here, Lebanon's a town that's like half an hour away from where we are right now. But Roush's Pretzels has been out of business for over 100 years.
Ooh, this is cool. Oh, wow.
Alright guys, now this room is called the Rainbow Room. It's all different colors you can see down here. And some of them are kind of easy to pick out, like the stringing stuff throwing.
She told us to turn around, and I think she got a little stalled, so I'm just gonna video this until she catches up. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now this next one isn't exactly a hiking or exploring one, but I thought it was really interesting. So I don't really live far from the Delaware River, and during this time, it was in the middle of winter, and the ice jam was just starting to happen. And so I decided to go to the river and capture some footage of the ice jam. And at this particular time, I looked off in the distance and seen a buoy struggling to stay afloat because of the ice jam. The buoy would come up, and then the ice would just make it go down. It was really cool, but I thought I should include this in the video because it's really something that, you know, it's unique to my channel, so I'll just plug it in. The next one is Ocean City, Maryland, and we went there, say 2018, September of 2018 we went, and it was our first time there, and I don't think I have anything of Ocean City, Maryland itself, but I should have some footage of Assateague Island. In Assateague Island, there are actually wild horses. And I always wanted to see horses in the wild and stuff like that. So I should have some clips. And if I do, I'm going to plug them in. I'll leave this little part in. I'm going to plug in the clips. Oh, there's a lot.
How is she for? They're so beautiful.
They look kind of healthy too, huh?
Well, they probably take care of them. Ooh.
Don't call them over, Bob.
No, I don't. Mommy, please put your window up.
I will. Let me get closer.
I want this one. Want to come home? Come home with me?
Oh!
Aw.
Now, this one, we were camping up in northwestern Pennsylvania. I'm not going to mention the campground because we really, really like it, and we kind of want to keep that one to ourselves. But anyway, we rented a cabin right next to the river, and we got the fire going. It started getting late, and I thought I heard a growl at first, and it was really like a growl I haven't heard before. So I'm sitting there, and I told Bob and the kids to hush for a couple seconds. And I heard it again, and it was getting closer and closer. And by that time, Bob and the kids had gotten into the cabin while I tried to... My hearing's a little bit better. I know I shouldn't say that, but I tend to hear things that they don't. And so I sat there trying to decipher the type of growl it was. And it turned out it was a black bear that was approaching the camp. And you don't actually see the black bear, but I was able to capture the growl on video while I was trying to figure out what it was, and I was recording. I started recording only because I didn't know what it was at that point. So I wanted to record so I can go to people and ask them what kind of growl that was. I was actually, I don't know. But anyway, here's the clip for that. The next one, now, while you're up in the woods in Pennsylvania, it's not really uncommon to hear a pack of coyotes howl. But at this particular time, we were at the same campground with the bear growl. And so it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had to go to the bathroom. Now, we had a cabin, but the cabin didn't have bathrooms in it, so you had to walk to the main bathrooms that the campground had. And while I was walking by myself, even though it's common to hear in the woods, but when you're walking in the middle of the night to the bathrooms by yourself, it's kind of eerie actually to hear coyotes howl in the distance. So I continued, but at one point I stopped only because I wanted to hear how close they were. So I did that, but I also recorded the event. So now the next one, the SS United States is now an abandoned, not now, but it's been an abandoned ship that, I'm not sure if companies are doing it or the state is doing it, but someone's been trying to get involved to try to revamp, recondition, fix this ship so it can become a museum, but the funds keep falling through and not happening. So it's still sitting abandoned at a port in Philadelphia. I should have a couple good clips of that. Again, the reason why this didn't make it to the channel was because, again, not enough content. If I were to post a video for this, it would be maybe 5 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't know. It wouldn't be very long. But here are the clips for that. So we're parked in the IKEA parking lot in Philadelphia. And at Pier 8284 is the USS United States. Now we can't get to it, it's in a restricted area. But this is a retired ocean liner that was built in the 50s. And it was the fastest ocean liner to cross the Atlantic in either direction. I'm laughing because I got in trouble with Bob with this one. So I decided to take I got this. I decided to I can't keep my composure. Anyway, I got in trouble for this one. So I decided I'm like by myself laughing. Anyway. I decided to take Bob's Jeep. Oh God. All right. 1, 2, 3. I don't even know why it's that funny. Anyway. I decided to take Bob's Jeep out for a ride after an intense rainstorm we had. And this one area was it's prone to flooding. No, nothing happened to the Jeep. So I wanted to take my mom out for a bit and, you know, take her to maybe do a couple splashes and stuff like that. So I took Bob's Jeep out, and I have some footage of driving through the puddles and stuff like that. But when Bob found out, I mean, it's all good. Oh. Composure. Anyway, so I started going through the puddles. They weren't really puddles. It was actual flooding. It's okay. It's a Jeep. But his concern was that as I was going through the puzzles, if I was shifting, it's a manual Jeep, so I did not shift going through the floods. So yeah, that's fine. But he really wasn't happy with me about that, and yeah, but it was fun. Mom had fun. It's all good. But the thing with Bob and his Jeep is he treats it like a baby. He doesn't treat it like a Jeep. I mean, I know you're really not supposed to drive through massive floods or anything like that, but it's a Jeep, you know? It's supposed to have fun. And so when we do go out trail riding with the Jeep and stuff like that, he treats it like a baby. He doesn't do anything fun. He just likes to sit in the woods with it. But anyway, so here's a couple clips of driving through the floodwaters with the Jeep. And I'm also going to plug in a couple clips of Bob treating his Jeep like a baby in the middle of the woods. So you can really catch a kind of perspective on why he was upset with me with that, but I don't know why I found that so funny. But I guess it's because he really doesn't get mad at me often, and that was like a turning point with that. But anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna finish it up with that. You gonna go, old man?
I'm gonna do it to him. Maybe. Oh my God! Or is he evacuated because he's afraid he's gonna get smashed? Oh.
He just put the emergency brake on. We got Delaware River right over there.
Yeah, Delaware River.
And this place usually floods
I just stepped in a puddle.
But it's my husband's Jeep, and I don't know if I should go ahead and drive it through the water. I'll get in trouble because he'll see this video.
Oh, he's gonna check it out.
I think everybody's gonna come here.
Yeah, everybody's checking it out. Oh, mommy's gonna go through.
Roll your window up a little bit.
The tide looks very low.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
not very
suppose you
low.
get stuck. Then you gotta call Bobby to come get you out.
No, I'll just go through it a little bit. I'm not gonna go through it totally.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, there's another Jeep!
Oh my God. Mommy's a little child. Go woohoo! He's going through it.
This is our friend.
And he's a Jeep.
Don't know who he is.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So just like everybody's going through
my
it,
God. Oh my
especially
God.
us.
Oh my God. Are you recording this, Allie?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's going again.
Oh my God. Oh, over here is flooded.
Uh-oh, you got a Jeep best friend now.
Oh my God.
All over here is flooded too.
Oh, she's going again.
Oh, no.
my Lord.
I'm gonna record this, alright?
When are you going to try to beat this Jeep? Are you going to talk to him?
Hey, how you guys doing? It's my husband's Jeep, so I'm not sure if I can do this too much. I think so. I'm not sure. I will. I mean, this is rough. This is not made for my vehicle to go over. Shoot. Oh, it smells in here.
What would you expect from an old building?
Yes, I'm gonna pick up some speed right before that mud puddle.
All right.
Tell Bob to hold on.
Hold on, Bob. Actually, do you think the camera's gonna get wet?
No. What?
I'm wondering if the camera's gonna get wet.
Nah, you should be alright. You should be up high enough.
All right, hold on, Matt. Camera got wet. And thank you guys for watching this. While we still have this stay-at-home order, I do have a couple things on the agenda. I do have, or I did have a gardening channel at one point, but I shut that down only because I was struggling for content during the winter time. And I'm going to start doing maybe a couple gardening videos since it is spring, and I should have stuff going hopefully in another week and a half. I should have stuff growing, but I have some older clips from my gardening channel I'd like to use only because it's still useful, such as topping peppers, which is one. But anyway, if that doesn't interest you, that's fine. Don't watch the video. But I like to start incorporating stuff like that into the channel, just to get more videos on the channel. And I'm still doing the weekly, or trying to do the weekly channel uploads for like adventures, explorations, hiking, stuff like that. So we got that going on. Also, by next week, I should have another video posted of a local explorer that I've seen. Actually, I was able to walk from my house to it, and I mean, it was a bit of a walk, but It's a ruin that's on the side of the road that I've been wanting to check out. It's a small ruin, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with this one. What I found inside, I didn't expect to find inside. It's just something I don't normally see with ruins. Stuff being intact. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along. Give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and ring that notification bell so you are notified whenever I upload a new video to YouTube. Again, thank you. See you later. Bye.